Okay, welcome to all of you, my dear students. In our previous lecture, we discussed on the topic dimension, and now we will discuss in our next topic uses of dimension. In our previous lecture, we also studied that there are three uses of dimension. First one is conversion of one system of units into another. Second, to check the consistency of any equation, and third is to derive the formula of any quantity. Okay, and the very first use of dimension is conversion of one system of units into another. So first of all, we derive the formula on the basis of this conversion, and after taking one example, we easily understand how to convert one system of unit into another with the use of dimension analysis. Okay, so first is conversion of one system of units into another. Okay, this is based on the fact that magnitude of a physical quantity remains the same whatever be the system of its measurement, that is q equal to n1 u1 equal to n2 u2. This formula we discussed very earlier in the starting of our chapter, that is the study of physical quantity. For example, I said that our class will start after 3 months, and according to your opinion, you said that our class will be start after 30 days. 90 days and 3 months. Both physical quantity remains same, but our way of saying is different. So the system of units may be different, but the physical quantity remains same. So n1 u1 equal to n2 u2, where u1 and u2 are the two units of measurement of quantity q, and n1 and n2 are their respective numerical value. Okay, write down this, and after we will approach a derivation for this. So before going on the derivation, we have to write some consideration which is very important before starting any derivation. So suppose m1, l1, t1 are the fundamental units of mass, length and time in one system. I consider m1, l1 and t1 are the fundamental units of mass, length and time. And in the same way, m2, l2, t2 are the fundamental units of mass, length and time in other system. And small a, small b, small c are the respective dimensions of the quantity of mass, length and time on both the system. Okay, write this. The units of measurements u1 and u2 of the quantity on two system would be, suppose u1 equal to m1a, l1b, t1c, and in another system u2 equal to m2a, l2b, t2c. So first equation, what is q equal to n1 u1 equal to n2 u2, and this is the second equation. So I write here from equation first. What is equation first? q equal to n1 u1 equal to n2 u2. So I write here n1 u1 equal to n2 u2 and n2 equal to what? n1 u1 upon n1 u1 upon u2. Okay, so using equation second, what is equation second? This is the equation second. So I write the value of this using equation second. Put the value of equation second in place of u1 and u2, then you will get n2 equal to n1 and what is u1? m1a l1b t1c upon what is the value of u2? That is m2a l2b t2c. And now simplify this. If I simplify this, then I will get the value of n2, that is m1 upon m2 whole raised to power a into l1 upon l2 whole raised to power b and t1 upon t2 of whole raised to power c. So this is the main formula for conversion of one system of unit into another. Okay, so this is the main formula and we will take an example for the application of this formula. So write down. Now we take example, convert 1 Newton into dyne. Okay, convert 1 Newton into dyne means there are two system of units. We have two system of unit. First is Newton and second is dyne. And you are very well aware about the Newton is the SI unit of force, or Newton is the dimension formula of force is like this. We studied earlier that the force is measured in Newton, or the MKS system, the force is measured in Newton. So first of all we have to write the dimension formula of force. So dimension formula of force is m1 l1 t minus 2. Why m1 l1 t minus 2? Because force is mass into acceleration, and mass is m1 and acceleration is what? Meter per second square. Meter per second square, so meter is l1 and second square. Those students which studied first time, so I write here force equal to mass into acceleration. So mass is measured in kg and acceleration is measured in meter per second square. So if I write the dimension formula, force is what? m1 and meter is written as l1 and second square. So time is t square, but power is minus 2. Why minus 2? Because second square is in the denominator. So this is the dimension formula of force. Okay, now what is the value of a1 a? Now a equal to 1, b equal to what? 1 and c equal to minus 2. Okay, now we want to convert MKS system into CGS system. CGS system. What is MK system? Meter, kilogram and second into CGS, centimeter, gram and second. Okay. So here we have two units. First U1 is in MKS and U2 is in CGS. So I write here M1 equal to what? 1 kg, because in MKS system the mass is measured in kilogram. Okay. L1 equal to 1 meter and T1 equal to what? 1 second. Okay. And in another system, that is the U2, what is M2? M2 is gram, 1 gram. Okay. Because second system of unit is CGS. So M2 equal to 1 gram. L2 equal to what? L2 equal to 1 centimeter. And what is T2? T2 is 1 second. Okay. And now what is N1 and N2? What is the value of N1 and N2? So N1 equal to what? 1 Newton. N1 is what? 1 Newton. And what is N2? N2 is number of dyne. Number of dyne which we want to convert, because our interest is convert 1 unit into dyne. Dyne means how many dynes, what is the number of dyne. Okay. So N1 is 1 Newton and N2 is number of dynes. Okay. Now all this information, if we formulate in a formula, then we will get the value of N2, because N2 is the number of dynes. Okay. Now please write down this. Okay. So I have a very important formula for the conversion of one system of unit into another, that is N2 equal to N1 in bracket M1 upon M2, that is power A, and L1 upon L2 power B, and T1 upon T2 the whole power is C. So what is the value of N1? That is 1 Newton, means N. Okay. Now what is M1? M1 is 1 kg. And what is M2? 1 gram. Okay. What is the value of A? That is 1. Now what is L1? L1 is 1 meter. And what is L2? 1 centimeter. And whole power 1, because the value of B is 1. Now 1 second, T1 is 1 second and T2 is also 1 second. So and power is minus 2. Now solve this. Solve this value. 1 into 1 kilogram is converted into 1000 gram. Okay, and 1 gram. 1 meter means 100 centimeter, and 1 centimeter upon power is 1, and 1 second upon 1 second, and power is minus 2. Gram, cancel gram. Centimeter cancel. 1 second cancel. So here what is 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 2. Okay, and this will get value is 1. So N2 equal to what? N2 equal to 10 to the power 5. N2 equal to 10 to the power 5. So what is the N2? N2 is number of dyne. So we will write N2 equal to 10 to the power 5. So 1 Newton force in MKS equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. 10 to the power 5 dyne. This is the answer of our question. 1 Newton equal to what? 10 to the power 5 dyne. Okay. So write this. The second use of dimension analysis is checking the correctness of formula. This is our second application of dimension, and the principle behind is the homogeneity of dimensions. What is the meaning of homogeneity of dimension? It means only you have to equal the dimensions of both the quantity in LHS and RHS. So there is no meaning of numerical value. Okay, only you have your attention is on the homogeneity of LHS and RHS of dimension quantity. And what is principle? According to this principle, only that formula is correct in which the dimensions of the various terms on one side of the relation are equal to the respective dimension of these terms on other side of the relation. Only you have to equal the dimensions on both the sides. Then if the dimension is equal, then the formula is correct. So we take an example for this, checking the consistency of any equation using dimension analysis. Example is, check the correctness of the relation t equal to 2 pi under root L by G, where L is the length and t is the time period of simple pendulum and G is the acceleration due to gravity. This is an example. So we want to check the consistency of this equation. What is the equation? Equation is, if I write the solution here, then equation is t equal to 2 pi under root L by G, where t is the time period of simple pendulum and L is the length and G is the acceleration due to gravity. All of you familiar about the simple pendulum. Simple pendulum is just like this. This is the support and one ball is tied here. This is the length. This is the length of the string and this is the ball. And if the mass of the ball is m and the weight is what? M into G. Weight is mass into gravity. Here gravity is the acceleration due to gravity and the value of gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, if this pendulum oscillate like this, if the pendulum is oscillate like this to and fro, okay, this is the oscillation of the pendulum. So for complete one oscillation, the time period is t equal to 2 pi under root L by G. We want to check this equation is correct or not. So first of all, you have to check the dimension of the given quantity on both sides. Okay, here first we take LHS side, and in LHS the dimension of time period, dimensional formula of t, of time. What is the dimension formula of time is T. I write here T. T, or write like this. Okay. Now we write the dimension formula of these two quantity on right hand side, and if both the side LHS equal to RHS, then the equation is consistent or equation is correct. Okay. So for RHS, what is the equation? 2 pi under root L by G. Okay. No need to consider this numerical value. Our intention only the dimensions. So this is under root, and length is measured in meter. So I write the dimension formula of length is L, and G is the acceleration due to gravity, and the SI unit of acceleration due to gravity is meter per second square. Meter per second square. So L1 T minus 2. Okay, this is the dimension formula of G. So L1 cancel L1, and under root 1 by T minus 2. If I reciprocal this, then under root T square, because minus 2 is converted into plus 2 and the quantity is reciprocal. So this is root and this is power square. So root cancel 2, and this will equal to T. And what is LHS? LHS is also T. And what is RHS? RHS is also T. So LHS equal to RHS, and the equation is correct. This will show the consistency of the equation, means the given equation is correct because LHS is equal to RHS. Okay. If we take another example, another equation, and check the given equation is correct or not. So I write another example. The another example is first equation of motion. As you know that in your class 9th you studied that V equal to U plus A T. This is the first equation of motion. First equation of motion. This is the first equation of motion, and if you want to check the consistency of this equation, then first of all LHS side. LHS side, okay. What is LHS side? This is the V. V means velocity. V is velocity, and the dimension formula of velocity is meter per second. So meter means L1 and T minus 1. Okay. Now in RHS side, RHS, what? U plus AT. Okay. U plus AT, here U is also initial velocity, so the dimension formula of U is L1 T minus 1, plus what is dimension formula of A? A is the acceleration, and acceleration is meter per second square. So I write here L1 T minus 2. L1 T minus 2. And what is the dimension formula of T? That is the time period, that is T. T1. Okay. So L1 T minus 1 plus this is T plus 1 and T minus 2. So L1 and T minus 1. because minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Okay. In LHS side L1T minus 1 and in RHS side L1T minus 1, L1T minus 1. So this shows that LHS equal to RHS, and the consistency of equation is proof that both the side the dimension of the quantity is same, so the given equation is correct. Okay. I write some HW question for your practice. HW question is that to check the correctness of the given equation. Question number 1, F equal to ma, force equal to mass into acceleration. Second, S equal to ut plus half at square. Third, v square minus u square equal to 2as. Here s equal to distance equal to ut plus half at square. S is distance. Okay. U is the initial velocity, t is time, a is the acceleration, and in equation third also v is the final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is the acceleration, and s is the distance. So solve this question, homework question, and prepare as a notes in your spare copy. Okay. Next we will discuss some more examples, some more numerical based on the use second to check the consistency of any equation, and after we will start the third application of dimension, that is to derive any formula using dimension analysis. Okay.